That last deal you didn't get, the last sales call you screwed up, no matter what you think about it right now, it's not going to change your life forever. It's time to move on. Forgive yourself. It is okay. And by the way, it's gonna happen again. This happens to me, so I assume it probably happens to you too. Ever hang up a sales call or walk out of a room from a sales call and you realize you talk too much, or maybe there just was never a connection, or maybe the energy just died at the end and there was nothing? It used to bother me, get under my skin. I would get upset about it. After a while, though, you kind of get numb to the rejection, to the screw up. But I often wondered, what did I do wrong? And sometimes I could point to that, but I think the more important question is, what do I do next after I screw up a sales call? I've got 3 things I'm going to share with you about what to do after you screw up a sales call, and at least one of them has nothing to do with the prospect. The number one thing you can do to come back from a crappy sales call is to forgive yourself. Here's what I need you to know. Crappy sales calls happen. They happen to me. They're going to happen to you. It's part of life in sales. We're never on 100% all the time. We can't control the way other people are, what's happening in their world, what's happening in their lives. We've got to give that stuff up and recognize, like the cover of that famous book, some will, some won't. So what? Who's next? Some will buy, some won't. So what? Who's the next person I need to be talking to? I feel like a lot of you carry around lost deals. You carry around that stuff like old luggage. You can't get rid of it. Just know that that last deal you didn't get, the last sales call you screwed up, no matter what you think about it right now, it's not going to change your life forever. Just like losing it is not going to change your life forever. It's time to move on to the next one. Forgive yourself. Let it go. It is okay. And by the way, it's gonna happen again. You're gonna have bad sales calls. Be prepared. Now, for some people, I say, it's okay to be angry. Maybe give yourself we call it a 2-minute funeral, where you can go outside and yell and scream and kick the wall for 2 minutes. And then shut up, take a deep breath, come right back in and get back to work. So the second thing you can do if you've screwed up a bad sales call is you can just put that person in your CRM and call them back 90 days from now, or some businesses 180 days from now. Here's the thing. That sales call went badly. You remember it right now. It stings. It hurts you. But here's the thing. To your prospect, got to be honest, you're just not that important. They're not thinking about you. And probably in 3 days, they won't even remember about that sales call. We take ourselves so seriously. We're so focused. Shoot, put them back in the CRM, start all over, act like nothing ever happened. People's world changes every 90 days, right? Put them in the CRM, call them back, start over, act like it never happened. The third way you can do this, if you want to, if you really botched it, is to pick up the phone and call your prospect back and say, "Hey, John, it's Walker. I owe you an apology. I screwed that call all up. Probably no way in the world you'd give me a mulligan on that. No way in the world you'd give me 10 minutes for a retry." Well, look, until you have a check from a sale, you have absolutely nothing. No handshake in the world is as valuable as a check that passes between you two. So unless you have a check, you have nothing. So if you've lost the sale, you're in no worse shape. By the way, you just lost that transaction. You lost that day, not forever necessarily, or you hadn't lost that person as a customer forever necessarily. Call them back and say, "Man, I really screwed that up. I talked too much. I didn't ask enough questions. I didn't really dig in to figure out what was wrong. Can you give me 10 minutes for a mulligan? Would you let me try over?" And look, what's the worst thing that can happen, right? Somebody tells you, hell no. I'd still call them back in 90 days. But most people, if you show that kind of humility and self-awareness, they'll say, "Sure, let's try again." And if you're really on your game, you can say, "Thank you so much for the opportunity to talk to you again. We can do it now or we can set another time." But when you get in the meeting, say, "What was it you wish that I had said or not said before that made this call end so badly? What were you hoping you could learn from me this time that you didn't learn last time that might help you change your mind?" Just be humble and go ask questions. Go be curious. You can go back in the second time and say, "Here's what I heard you tell me. Say A, B, C, and D. Did I get that about right? What did I miss? What else do we need to be talking about?" Just go back and be curious. Be humble. Be yourself. And maybe you make the sale. Sometimes the best selling happens after somebody's told you no.